whole lot of choppers on your ass. Scram, we just putting dollars on your head.
You. Happy birthday, dear Dan.
All right, so today's been a day which is fun. Adam went home, which I'm not happy with, but you know what? I have to move forward. That's the fun, Big Brother. Once it gets down to a certain amount of numbers, all of them suck, and Adam was definitely a ride or die for me, and was a ride or die for me. I think Lee flipped the vote. I'm pretty sure Lee's the one that was in charge of it. I'll be doing some investigating tomorrow for sure. I'm happy I was on the right side of the vote, but God, that was not it. That was not it. Really, that was not it. Adam got into Big Brother hometowns a little before me, and we both have wanted to play since we heard of it, and I'm just so fucking mad. I get it. I fully get it. If I wasn't so well connected with some people, then I would have been fucked. I just gotta play hard. As of right now, which is 12:30 a.m. If I hit HOH, I'm going after Lee, which is probably a mistake. But I don't know. Big moves have to happen. I want to be your favorite player, America. So please, mark for America's favorite player.
All right, so yesterday that we built Smiley, which is the alliance that Macy set up. We kind of convinced her to set it up. It is me, Macy, Dan, and Gwen, so all of RBG, along with Anthony and K-Pow, who are my two closest allies from Green Bus, for sure. I think both are ride or dies with me. So we set up that 6. And then guess what? Lee, later in the day, tries to set up his own 6 with my people. He sets up Endgame with Dan, Gwen, Anthony, and Macy, and Blake. I see you, Lee. And I'm not 1, not 2, but 3 steps ahead.
I'm here with Chris in the diary room, and he is pissed. Let's go back to yesterday. So Lee wins the POV, which is unfortunate because Davey had a backdoor Lee plan so far as I know, or at least we had discussed it. So knobs aren't changing. Fine. We're going to vote Macy out. No one says a word to me for 2.5 hours yesterday. Whatever. Then I get a message saying, or from the last person I had talked to, saying, so apparently it's flipping. What? As far as I know, we're voting Macy out. As everything I know, I'm voting Macy. Because that's what the HOH wants. That's what Davey wants. That's what's better for our game. It's better to keep Adam around. Nope, we're going to vote Adam out. Oh, fuck. For fuck's sake, guys. So, now I'm pissed.
Swamped at work, so I'm just trying to as possible.
Yeah.
So Chris said, I had asked him last night, to talk. He just a little bit ago said, sure thing. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit later. I'm going to be calling Anthony in just a few minutes to give him the lowdown on things. So what I'm trying to figure out is I could easily just throw you and K-Pow under the bus and keep going with Lee. Clearly that is a game move that would advance me one game at a move at a time. But beyond not even wanting to do that, it's just if I do that, Lee is completely in power, super well protected. That is a walk to jury for me. A very, very slow walk to 5th place or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I have to give it all up, right? Not at all, but
you gotta give Lee up, yeah. And I mean, it's going to burn bridges with Blake, but who else is going to be that pissed about it? I mean, I think Macy will understand if Mark, Davey, and Chris aren't in with Lee, and I don't think they should be, especially after if you tell them the truth. I feel like you're going to be in a good spot with everyone except Blake.
Yeah.
unless, I mean, I'm assuming I can trust like you and then Gwen as well. I do think that she legit is wanting to be with us. So
Yeah. No, I do. I think she is inclined to. Ooh, I'm just like, hey, I mean, this is going to be a game.
yeah, I think being honest, obviously not about Smiley, but being honest about the other stuff that Lee really did push and lead is the way to go for your game as well.
Hey everybody, gonna make a confession outside, cause whatever. Last night was really illuminating, and I was speaking, I guess, from a emotional perspective, but this morning I've like slept it off. I've really thought about it. I didn't hang my head too low, and I said, you know what? This is the perfect time when things are getting weird and lines are being drawn in the sand to think and make a move. I paired up and talked it out with Chandler and Crispy. Crispy is so good at comps. Like, I thought about putting up Crispy at one point, but he is a great shield because he's also low key. I think he is kind of like the opposite of Lee. Lee can win comps, but Crispy can win comps as well. And he's lower key and hasn't like made a lot of, he hasn't made a lot of waves. But we really think that there's a group running this game and we're not in that group. So I'm going to make sure that I stick to the right side of the votes, especially since a lot of people didn't want to vote with me last round or like vote how I wanted. And we shall see what happened. I'm also feeling a little, I'm feeling a little sad about Adam because I didn't want him to go. And the only two people that did vote to keep Adam were Crispy and Chandler. So hopefully we do some damage, and hopefully that that nominee didn't go up in vain. Yeah, and I think, at the end of this game, Adam, let's reconnect, and hopefully all is good, and I'll be sitting in that final two. See you soon.
All right, so yesterday was a doozy that I believe showed me about where I'm at in this house. So I don't trust the Reckless Ops. I think they'll keep me safe for a little while, but I don't trust them long term. I don't think I'm in a good spot there. I don't trust K-Pal at all anymore. I think that she is working with Justin and Dan more closely. I think that she, again, will not vote me out or try to take me out anytime super soon, but I don't think she has my best interest long term at all. So moving forward, I have now blown up the Reckless Ops group along with the Mafia, but not really the Mafia because I was really just informing them, but told Davey and Chris all about the Reckless Ops group because I want to move forward in this game with Davey and Chris.
Hey, house guest. Thank you for joining me on my couch on my day off, part 2. As you all already know, Chris is the winner of this HOH. Congratulations, Chris. Nominations will be due between 9 and 10 tonight, and then Josh will post a video of him picking the veto players. So, yeah, I think that's everything that you need to know.
What is up, you guys? It is your friend, your pal, your boy Dan Alt. Here after the HOH, where I just got, how do I put this lightly, whooped. I got whooped. The challenge was over a course of 8 hours to answer random questions that were posed throughout the day. There would be 30 questions. They were all math questions. And I answered one of a potential 30 correctly. And I guessed on that one. The idea that there were people that were looking, saw the question come through, processed it in their brain, typed out the correct answer and submitted it first, while I was still figuring out what a number is and what an exponent, a triple cube squared, triple dipper, whatever, was ridiculous. And worst of all, Chris won. Chris winning is bad for me because I have no idea where his head's at. I nominated him earlier in the game, and it's just not great.
All right, so We knew it would get to this point eventually, and it looks like we've arrived. I'm basing my noms tonight more on what happened last night. There was a flip. I was not involved in it. I had nothing to do with it. I had no knowledge of the flip. And I go by the logic, if you're not part of the planning, then you're not part of the plan. So there's clearly people who are planning things without me that I don't even find out until the vote comes out that there's a flip. So the two biggest names, I've been doing a lot of asking around. The two biggest names I'm hearing as the ones responsible are K-Pow and Justin. Whether it's the two of you are the ones who orchestrated the flip or not, you're the two being thrown under the bus for it. So based on all the evidence I've gotten so far on the vote last night and what I think is best for my game going forward, I am nominating Justin and Crystal. Best of luck to everyone in the veto tomorrow.
Well, hi friends. So yesterday kind of sucked. Chris won HOH and nominated me and Justin, which I have a lot of feelings about. I was really emotional yesterday. He nominated us because apparently we were the masterminds behind the Adam flip, which, if you saw my other DRs, I don't really think that I was. It was actually really gut-wrenching for me to vote out Adam, and really the only reason why I did was, I think, to preserve my own game. It seemed like that was the direction everybody was going, and I thought that it would be better for my long-term game, but apparently not, since right after it I am nominated. I think no matter how hard we try, we're always going to be seen as a duo because we played another game together, and we're seen as kind of close. We are close in the game. I was hoping to put some distance between us, but it seems like that's not working. I'm going to try to win the veto. If I don't win it, I hope somebody else wins it. I know that Justin's a really good player, and he was telling me all the things that he was doing last night to find out information and talk to people, whereas I just watched television and went to bed. So I'm a little nervous that he put in all that work and I really didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm not super optimistic about making it past this cycle, but I guess we'll see what happens.
What's up, you guys? So yesterday, HOH, for me, worst case scenario happens. Chris wins HOH. Just blew out the waters and made me feel real dumb. That wasn't fun. I didn't like that one. And I'm worried. I'm stressing. But Lee comes and says he has a plan. He's going to throw Justin and K-Pow under the bus, saying that they orchestrated the flip from Adam to stay to Macy to stay, and that would allow us to stay safe. And he said he's going to use Macy to communicate that to Chris, and that others would do the same and just hang back. And I was doing some other things and just talked to Macy. She said she wasn't going to do it. But here comes the nominations, and lo and behold, Chris does exactly what Lee wants. He puts up Justin, he puts up K-Pow, saying that they orchestrated the whole flip, and that's not good. Those are two of my stronger allies in the game, Justin being my number one. And so, like, I gotta take a second. Just, Lee, if you watch this back, you're playing a great game. You're doing the damn thing. You are way out in front and still managing to pull some stuff out, much to my and others' dismay.
What's up, everyone? It's Monday afternoon. I am on the block with K-Pal right now, and I'm about to compete in Veto in a couple hours. I'm nominated by Chris, which is kind of surprising. It basically shows me that somehow Lee got some information to him that is untrue, that me and Crystal were the leaders of this vote flip the past week, when in actuality, Lee is the one who even admitted to me that he led the charge. Lee has basically said, I know you're getting the blame for this, and I feel bad about that. Yet somehow Lee is still managing to have Chris think that me and K-Pal are responsible, which is kind of ridiculous, I think. So, working a lot of different angles to get info to Chris. I believe Chris now knows that there was a group formed 2 nights ago called Endgame that Lee formed with Blake, Dan, Blake, Dan, Anthony, whatever. There was a 6 called Endgame that was formed to target Chris, Mark, and Davey. So if Chris doesn't want to take this shot this week, I truly do not think he is playing this game. At least not well. That's my opinion. He may prove me wrong when I watch it, but if he has presented this info and still wants to protect Lee, nothing I can do for him.
All right, so we are at a pretty crucial point in this game now, I believe, but I think things are going my way. I've got the straight shooters now with Crispy, Davey, Anthony, and Mark, and I think all of us are very loyal to that. Mark's the only one I'm kind of nervous about because I think he's pretty close to Dan and Justin. We've got still the remains kind of reckless ops at this point. I don't really think it's going anywhere, to be honest with you. I think that it's kind of been blown up with these nominees and Lee being kind of the one that's pushed them and threw them under the bus. So I think that's kind of hurt at this point. Number one thing for right now, though, is I want Lee out of this game. I found out that he has been spreading lies about me. Some were lies. I did accidentally send something about him in the chat, and people should have been worried for me for that. But not really lies about me, I guess, but definitely things that I don't want being spread about me. He has been kind of starting to expose a little bit of me playing both sides, even though he doesn't know it. I think he has a hunch. But if we can get him out of here, I think that would show Justin and K-Pal that I wanted them here. I think they would be pretty loyal to me. I like to think Dan's loyal to me, but I'm really not sure because he's not telling me some things that I know are true about him being in this other group that Lee started up. I want to believe Dan, but I'm not sure if he's very loyal to me or not.
Oh, BBH, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your new HOH and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Whew. All right, had to get that off my chest. All right, so going into the HOH comp yesterday, I knew I had to win. I knew I was going to win because, I mean, let's be real. I deal with math and numbers all day. I work for a bank. Math is my shit. So losing that comp would be embarrassing personally. So whatever. So so I won. That's cool. So here's what we got. Because the plan is difficult to explain because there are so many variables and so many options. At bare minimum, I wanted to break up the other side of the house. Putting up Justin and K-Pal did that. Framing it like people are telling me to put up Justin and K-Pal did that. I'm hoping that their alliance crumbles. I'm hearing that it did, possibly. And I'll be fully honest. There is a backdoor plan if need be. We'll go from there after the veto today.
Well, this freaking sucks. Did not want to be put in a position that I did last round where we I felt like I was strong-armed into voting Adam out. You know, I get it. Somebody wanted to keep Macy. So they started a little campaign and convinced people. I think it was Dan. And look, I'm tight with Dan. Dan told Justin and Gwen and K-Pow to work on me, I guess, to keep Macy. And it worked. But unfortunately, Justin and K-Pow have targets on their back for some reason. Yeah, they were part of it, but, you know, Lee's the one that was also a part of it. And I think that everyone knows that Lee wanted Adam out. So Lee started a little mini campaign telling Macy that Justin and K-Pow are a duo and Crispy should attack them. Now that Crispy is HOH. So now Crispy puts him up. But the problem is, why would you want to do what Lee asked? If one of these people go on Crispy's HOH, that's a win for Lee. 100%. And he's going to skate by. So this is the week to backdoor Lee. As we get further along each day, we will have less and less numbers, which will also allow less and less folks to participate and keep Lee out of the POV, which means that it's going to be hard to evict him. He's good at comps. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, I feel like all my friends are in low places. And it's not where the whiskey drowns. It's a Garth Brooks song reference, sorry. Anyway, got some work to do. Real, like, work, but we also have some work to do in the game. And I'm pinned in the middle of all this. And good, bad, or ugly, I gotta navigate these waters. So, let's see what happens.
Hello, boys and girls. We had a power veto competition today, and 6 of you competed in it. Will did not compete. He decided that he was not going to compete in a competition the rest of the season. So, Will didn't compete. Sorry, that was so shady. All right. What am I doing here? Telling you guys who won the veto. Okay. It was a jigsaw puzzle for those of you that, you know, want to know those type of things. It was a jigsaw puzzle, and winning today's power veto competition with the score, the time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Congratulations, Gwen. Gwen, you have won the power veto. Your decision is due by 7 o'clock and stuff. Good luck, everybody.
Hi. So it's the morning of, or it's the afternoon, whatever. It is the afternoon of the POV, and listen, Crispy and Chandler, people that I trust explicitly in this game, came to me and was like, there is a huge alliance of Lee, Blake, Dan, K-Pow, Justin, and myself. And we call ourselves Reckless Ops. Sorry, that's a train. I'm gonna catch that soon. And I put up Macy and Adam with the sole purpose that Macy would go home, but everybody had different plans. Everybody was like, you know what, Davey, like, your idea and wishes are not as important as what I want, so, you know, we're gonna just send Adam home. And now that Crispy has won HOH and put up 2 people in that alliance, everyone is messaging me. Justin's like, oh, I was talking to Mark, and, like, you know, I feel like we kind of fell off, like, I want to make sure that we're good if I survive. Dan is telling me, like, okay, so here's the layout, like, here's what I know. And, like, Justin and Dan are really smart. Like, guess what, like, so am I. And K-Pow is all up in my DMs, like, hey, like, I know that we haven't talked. I do want to talk about Adam. Like, so sorry for sending him home. I feel sick about it. Then why did you send him home? All I needed was 3 people to have my back, and then I could have sent Macy home. All I needed was 3, and nobody did that for me. So I think it's really interesting that people are like, oh my God, Davey, like, I want you to make sure that, like, we're on the same page. Like, I got you. You didn't have me last round, so game on.
Hey, so this round is going kind of quick, and I need to record. record a confessional. So Chris won the HOH and put up Justin and K-Pow, but the plan ultimately is to backdoor Lee. Chris doesn't talk to people that much. It's kind of hard because I don't always know exactly what he's going to do, but he is telling me that he will put up Lee. I'm going to take down K-Pow, and then that's going to kind of hide my relationship with Justin and Dan. And Chris is gonna put up Lee in his place, and then Lee is gonna go home. It should be unanimous or near unanimous. Blake might be the only person that doesn't, if he doesn't catch wind. Yeah, what we talked about is telling Blake right now before the veto ceremony that I had promised K-Pow would take her down, and so I'm going to, but not tell him that Lee's going home until it gets a little bit closer to the eviction. But yeah, I gotta go because I gotta go back to work. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hello, people. Okay, so I just got off the block. It was miraculous. I found out, like, I guess it was like a big plan to keep Adam, and then everybody flipped, so that didn't make me feel great, but I'm still here. So thanks to Dan. I was really hesitant about this plan, but we talked Saturday morning maybe, and he encouraged me to start a group with 5 other people, or an alliance with 5 other people, and so I ended up doing it, and it has worked. I was gonna name it the Macy's Day Parade, but I was like, this might be too much about me. I don't want people to be like, okay, she's just creating this for us to save her, which I was, and it worked. But so that group, 3 girls, 3 boys, you know who the 3 girls are. The guys were Justin, Dan, and Anthony, and I love those guys. They're awesome, and I like the girls too. I can't remember when, but Lee randomly created a little alliance with me, Gwen, Dan, and Blake, maybe? Dang, I can't remember. Titled The End Game. I'm giving all the tea right now. It was so random. I was just randomly added. That's probably how the other people felt too. And I don't know, so I'm just playing both sides. I have my favorite, of course, but I'm hanging in there.
So it is 6:30 on Monday. Veto ceremony is about to happen. Lee is about to get backdoored and voted out by a near unanimous vote, and Blake has no idea it's about to happen and is currently running around trying to gather up the votes to evict me over K-Pow. That is where we're at right now, and it feels pretty amazing.
So this is the front door of my home. And what we do is, normally we let people come in our home when it's nice and safe and cozy and air conditioned. But sometimes, if you don't play nice, we make sure people go out the back door. See you later, Lee.
Hello, and welcome to the veto ceremony. As the winner of the power of veto, I have the power to veto one of Chris's nominations. I have decided to use the power of veto on K-Pow. Chris, since I have vetoed one of your nominations, you will need to make a replacement nominee. I will see you later, house guests.
Congratulations, Gwen, on the win, and congratulations, K-Pow, on the safety. So I do need to nominate someone else. And in all the questions I've asked in the last 24 hours, there's been one name that keeps popping up. From week 1, you've been lying. You've lied about everything with Ryan. You've sold your own teammates, your alliance mates, under the bus. You only talk to certain people when it's advantageous to you. You intimidate others. You tell them what they're doing, not ask them for their input.
this is just the list I've amassed. I'm sure there's more that people haven't told me yet. I've been fully honest and upfront this whole game. I intend to continue to be honest and upfront with people. And your lies have trapped you in a web, and I would be an idiot to not take this shot right now. So my replacement nominee will be Lee. Good luck to everyone in the vote tonight.
I had your back. I had your fucking back, Lee. Okay? I really did. But you burned a lot of bridges when you got Adam out. You overplayed. I'm sorry. Okay? I care about you a lot as a dude. You're a good guy. I know this. But I know you're coming for me if you don't go out. Like that's just the way things are. So I'm taking you out before you take me out. I love you, dude. Don't get me wrong. I like playing games with you, and I was really happy to play this game with you for a while. But everyone wants you gone, and I'm not going to take the burden for it. You played very, very well. I'm very proud of your game. But I cannot turn my back on Justin yet. I hope you have a good last hour in this game.
Hi friends, so just a little update. Gwen won the power of veto and chose to use it on me, so I'm super happy about that. Chris put up Lee in my place, and I think we have the votes to evict him and keep Justin safe, so I'm a pretty happy camper right now. In all of my DRs, I've been pretty much saying that I don't trust Lee since, well, probably my first diary room. So I'm super excited at the prospect of finally getting him out of the house, and I kind of feel like I have some good options going forward. So I think this is a really pivotal week, and I'm super excited to move forward. Bye!
I have some things to say. Some of you may be thinking, Blake, are you really wearing a $4 suit jacket that you got from a thrift store in your own home for no reason? The answer is yes, I am doing that. So I'm a little bit irritated because there's people in this game that I feel like I'm going to be good friends with when we're done. 100%. I have no issue with a lot of these people on a personal level, but on a game level, I don't know why they're here. K-Pow, Mark, what are you guys doing? You are wasting a spot in this cast right now by sitting here, I think, and deciding that you are just going to flounder and do whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. K-Pow has a valid reason to evict Lee here. Not super pressed about that. But Mark, I feel like Mark has no agency in this game, and he has no desire to have any agency, which I don't understand. There's a difference between laying low as a strategy and laying low because you're not doing shit. And I think Mark is laying low because he's not doing shit. Lee's going to get evicted here. I'm not super pressed about that. I guess if I keep saying I'm not super pressed, it's going to seem like I am, because I'm a little bit pressed. Only because I don't love the whole plan being concocted behind the scenes, and then I guess I'm on the other side of the coin now. Like, I guess I was part of a plan that Crispy didn't know about, and then Crispy had a plan that I didn't know about. It's whatever, it's the game. But my fear is that, like Crispy said, if you're not a part of the planning, whatever the fuck stupid dramatic stuff he said.
Hi, Josh. I very happily vote to evict Lee. Bye, Lee. Toodles.
I gladly vote to evict Lee.
Bye, Lee. Have fun walking through the back door.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. This is for you, Adam. I vote to evict Lee.
Hi friends, I vote to evict Lee.
I don't know if I can lock the recording on this one. I don't think I can. Wearing my business suit, trying to manifest good energy. Evicting Justin because I feel like I just should. Not the best game decision, but I'm hoping to manifest an HOH win next week.
I vote to evict Lee.
I sadly and regretfully probably vote to evict Justin.
I vote to evict Lee.
You seem like a great guy outside of this house, but in this house, you've told way too many lies for your own good. I happily vote to evict Lee.
All right, guys, after the eviction, stay tuned for more information, more videos, more things about what's going on. But the votes are in by a vote of 7-2. Lee, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Lee, one of the best BBH villains of all time. Grateful for you to play this game. Sorry the end of the road is here, though.
What is up, you guys? What is up, you guys? It's my birthday and Lee's going home. It's my birthday and Lee's going home. We did that. What's up, you guys? This is for Lee. Lee, I'm very sorry you were getting voted out here today. Sorry in that I know you fully trusted me here. I know with the red bus we had something strong between you, me, and Blake. We were running the game. But after day 0, when you used some interesting logic and really started picking fights with Ashley and then Ryan and then others, and just started throwing people under the bus, it was very beneficial to my game. However, at the same time, I formed a 3-person secret alliance with Justin and Gwen called the Notorious RBG. Red, blue, green. All along the way, we've been influencing votes, encouraging different people to do different things, encouraging you to put up Andrew, knowing that Anthony would be voting alongside us, knowing that Adam would be safe in going after you, knowing that he would then be able to be pointed at you and you'd be pointing at him, and we could then blame the Macy flip on you as opposed to us, who had actually organized that a few days prior. You're a strong game player, and I came into this game very, very skeptical, but I do want to just say you are great at this game. I have the utmost respect for you as a person, but if you got any further, you would win this game. So that is it. I respect you as a person again. I just hope you know where this is coming from. Best of luck.